Alright, let me try this again. So from where we left off, everything was great between me and my first love, Shannon. There's no open relationships or anything like that. And it was about sophomore year of high school. In the summer, she went to go visit one of her relatives in Michigan. And it kind of sucked because this, I usually always see her, and for her to go on vacation, it kind of sucked. I didn't have a phone at the time because my high school had metal detectors. So I didn't get I used to have a phone in middle school, but then I got to cancel that because of my high school shenanigans. So, yeah, she went on vacation, and I didn't hear from her afterwards, and so I got kind of confused. Like, I kind of waited every day to see if she was back on AIM and on MySpace, because I used to use MySpace until junior year when I used Facebook, and nothing, no activity or anything like that. So I got a little concerned. Maybe she left forever and she didn't want to tell me, so I was feeling a bit heartbroken that she might have done that, or if I did anything wrong. So I just didn't have anyone to speak to other than Felix and his girlfriend, and his girlfriend never, heard from her or anything like that. And then I called her house to see if anyone was there, and no one was there. And then I called like maybe a week after just to see what was going on. And her brother picked it up and said, like, she won't, I can't give you the phone to her because she's not here anymore. And so I was like, oh man, she left, didn't even tell me, are you kidding me, But then he started crying, and I was confused. I was like, what's going on? Like, what happened to her? And he basically, told me that she had gotten into a car accident with two of her cousins and an aunt of hers, and she didn't make it. And I was still like, skeptical about it, but the more he told me, the more I realized, like, oh shit, like, this, why do these kind of things have to happen? And I don't know, I just froze, thinking like, oh shit, like, this whole time I'm thinking, oh yeah, she left and everything, when she really didn't. And I don't know, it got to me. I couldn't do anything about it, but it really got to me. I couldn't function after that. I couldn't. I was working at a camp. I had to quit because I couldn't do it I couldn't walk into, and speak to anyone. I was literally on the floor sometimes just weeping. And my parents didn't even know why, because I guess I didn't make this apparent, but I've kept most of my relationships from my parents a secret because, I don't know, it's not like, to me it wasn't like, she's like gonna be my wife or anything like that, so I didn't think about it like it was a big deal. And she never came to my house because I lived very far away from school, and she lived closer, and her parents were more out, whereas my parents would kind of be in here and kind of be like annoying. But in any case, yeah, like, so after that, my world completely changed, I'd like to say, because I started to question why this had happened, and I always wondered, well, if I believed in God and I believed that, you know, everything should be a good thing or whatever, and I was always a good person, I didn't do anything bad, then why? I mean, of course I've done things bad, but nothing in that grave sense. So I was just confused. I didn't believe that there was a God anymore, because how can they take away something away from me like that? You know, like that's honestly, so I gave up on that. I gave up on my religion because of that. You know, more over time, you know, I realized there's some skeptic things about religion, and I made my own decision to be atheist now. But well, I used to be agnostic, but then I kind of turned to atheist because that's basically it. That was one, and then my best friend was the only one that was capable of, like, you know, talking to me, because I didn't want to talk to anyone else. And so I got on the phone with him. Well, he called me, and he told me, you know, what's going through your head. Like, I heard, like, you know, it must be tough, you know. But then he was saying, like, he said something very, like, convincing to me. He said, if, you know, you're in this world, and if you believe that there is another world out here, then you might as well just go to the other world with her as well. So I was like, oh shit, maybe I should do that, because there's not much else to do here. I mean, I've only loved her, and that's who I wanted to be with. Although I didn't take it serious with my, you know, my family, to me it was serious. To me it was like a huge thing, because I never met someone like that before. And I never experienced that with anyone else. So, he, you know, he told me I might as well just kill myself. And I was like, you know, that's not that bad of an idea. And I went along with it. But I didn't know how to do anything like that. I didn't know what would be the right way to do it. So, you know, I'm like thinking about it. And one day I have a dream that she and I are at a pool, and she has a notebook that I, you know, draw in and stuff, and she threw it into the pool. And I was like, why'd you do that? And she was like, so you can go get it, so you can get wet. And I was like, okay. So I go get the notebook, but the notebook is so heavy, and so I started thinking, like, why is it so heavy, you know? And I couldn't pick it up. And in real life, I was actually suffocating myself because I thought I was underwater. And when I woke up, I was, you know, frantically panicking, like, what the hell happened? And I started thinking, like, I think I have to drown myself. That must be it. So I filled the tub, and I put myself underwater, on the tub, and I had Felix come here as well, and you know, keep me under the tub even if, you know, I frantically wanted to gasp for water or whatever. So so we ended up, you know, filling the tub up with water, and I go in, and that's it. I'm gonna kill myself. But he pulled me out, and I asked him, you know, I was suffocating already. I was like choking, and I was like, what the hell? Like, dude, like, why'd you do that? Like, I was done, and he kept on smacking me, and I was like, what the fuck? You were the one who suggested this. And I was like, no, like, you have to realize that there's other people as well. Like, who am I gonna hang out with after that? Who is your family gonna hang out with after that? And you're being selfish because you just want, you know, to do it because of your own needs without even considering everyone else. And, you know, now that I'm thinking about it, I know why he was there, because he didn't want me to do anything that would actually end my life. He just, in a way, dramatically wanted to explain to me that I can't be doing that. I can't think like that. So yeah, that if he wasn't there for that, yeah, I would have been dead. But I'm grateful that I've had a person like that in my life, even though today he's not my friend anymore, I guess, because he's disappeared from the map. Not to say he died or anything, but he doesn't, you know, I don't hang out with him anymore. So yeah, so thank you for watching, and we will continue with more relationships next time. Take care. Bye.